Okay, so thank you, Dale, for being willing to tell others about your experience here at Binkley Healing Center. Would you please tell us your name and a little bit about you?
My name is Dale, and I am 60 years old, and I live here in Ventura, and I'm a retired homemaker, if there is such a thing.
And what did you originally come in to see us for?
I had been suffering from very severe depression that had been getting worse over a period of about 4 years. And I had seen several psychologists and psychiatrists and tried several different antidepressant medications, and none of them seemed to be very effective at all. And in addition, they had really terrible side effects that were not easy to tolerate. And I was kind of at the end of my rope at the time that I started seeing Dr. Binkley. I had reached a place where I got no pleasure from anything in my life. I had trouble getting out of bed in the morning. I was crying literally all day long, every day for months. And I was really in bad shape emotionally.
So the other doctors that you went to, what did they recommended certain medications?
They recommended, yes, various antidepressants, Abilify, Effexor.
And did any of those help at all?
No. The only one that seemed to have any real effect at all was Abilify, and the effect only lasted for about 6 weeks, and then there were quite a few undesirable side effects on top of that.
Okay. So what was different when you came here?
Well, as I said, I was kind of.
What was your experience when you came here? We did some testing.
Yes. You ordered some blood work and did a complete physical evaluation on me, and then gave me a report on what your findings were, and your recommendations.
And we talked about dietary changes as well.
Yes,
that's hard. That's hard to do sometimes.
Yes,
Was it difficult to deal with the diet recommendations?
It was very difficult.
Because it took some time.
Yes, it did. I was really not very optimistic about my ability to stick to such a strict diet.
How long did it take? Because you had to go on a starch, more or less starch free.
Yes, and as a
for
matter
a
of
long
fact,
time.
I'm still on pretty much the original diet that.
And that wasn't fun.
No, it wasn't. And at first,
How long?
It took 3.5 months to actually feel the positive effects. But when it happened, it was just like day and night.
So it was a small effect?
No, it was extremely dramatic. As I said, I was so depressed I could barely function. And suddenly one day I realized that I couldn't remember the last time I had cried, and I had no negative obsessive thoughts running through my mind constantly. And I tried to make myself think that way, and was unable to even start the progression of the obsessive thinking that was constantly in my mind before. And I was totally amazed and afraid that it wasn't real, that it wasn't going to last. And I waited about 2 weeks before I told anyone how different I had been feeling, just because I wanted to make sure that it was real. And it is real. It's now 2 months later, and I'm still feeling just as good as I was when I first noticed the change. And even though it was a very difficult process physically, I had some digestive issues and things like that were not fun at all. I can't recommend it highly enough.
It was worth it.
Yes, definitely worth it. And I no longer crave the kind of foods that I'm not eating.
That's
I don't constantly think about donuts or pasta or anything like that.
would you have believed that when you started it?
No, I never would have believed that in a million years. And before the depression got so bad, I had been steadily gaining weight for years and knew that I should change my diet, but I never believed that I could really do it. So I didn't want to try because I thought I would fail.
Yeah.
And if I can do it, anybody can do it. And the cravings do go away, and it's not like a daily struggle to resist eating bad food.
Anymore.
Don't think
it used
about,
to be.
Yeah, it used to be.
Yeah.
And now I don't even really think about it.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'd recommend this
I would
process
highly
for someone
recommend
else?
Dr. Binkley. And I think a lot of people have in their minds that chiropractors in particular are only necessary for certain ailments.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have been in an accident or you have a bad back or whatever the thing is. And I think I was like that too. I never would have occurred to me to seek out the care of someone like Dr. Binkley for my depression. And I think that his results have just been miraculous with me. And I would highly recommend, whatever your ailment is, to seek out chiropractic care, and Dr. Binkley in particular.
Well, thank you, Dale. Thank you for sharing that. I'm sure that'll make a difference for people.
Good. That's my hope.
Great.